Charlene Dubuque here with Usborne Books and More, and today I want to quickly talk about how books change lives. And I know that we take that statement for granted, right? Books change lives. But I just want to share with you that I am someone who was personally changed and affected by books. And I'll just start real quick. If you know me personally, you know I'm very open about my story growing up, but for the rest of you, I grew up in a household where drugs were popular, where poverty was extreme, and where I suffered severe abuse. And I don't say that lightly. I was severely abused as a child. But what ultimately saved me and helped me from not being a statistic, and I'm sorry to say that my sister is, she's currently in prison. But what helped me was that I loved to read. And I developed that early on. I don't know who encouraged it. I don't know where it began or how it began. But all I do remember is that I just loved to read from an early age. And how books saved me personally and changed my life is that I was able to escape my environment through books. You know, I didn't have a family environment, so I was able to create this sense of belonging to a family within the pages of these books. I was able to develop a sense of identity. Early on, books helped me realize that the environment in which I was living was not okay, and that I didn't want to become another statistic, that I didn't want to follow in my parents' footsteps. Books also gave me an extreme thirst for knowledge. They helped me become quite smart. And early on, I wanted to be a writer. But as it would turn out, I'm not a really good writer. So eventually, after some soul searching, I ended up going and getting my bachelor's in history and my graduate work in history. So people who know me now can't quite believe some of the stories I often tell about my experiences growing up, because I do seem kind of normal, I think. But I do assure you that books can change lives. You never know who you're going to affect by giving a book to a child who may be poor and can't afford it, but who may need that escape, who may have something going on at home where they're able to identify with these characters and maybe kind of redirect some of their fear into this book. I think back, I don't think that if I hadn't loved to read that I would maybe be where I am today. I think, like I said, I would probably be a statistic. I wouldn't have developed a good vocabulary. I wouldn't have developed, like I said, that escape. I wouldn't have developed my sense of identity. I wouldn't have developed this sense of having to learn and to be better. So when you guys are thinking about how books can change life, if you're a consultant watching this, don't underestimate that. You don't know who you're helping. If you are a parent watching this, please encourage reading. I'm telling you, it's going to open so many worlds. Even if it's reading 15 minutes a day. I know that's kind of on the low end, but 15 minutes is better than another 15 minutes watching TV, right? Please think about how books can change lives, how they might change your lives, how they might change the lives of people in your community, and keep reading, keep working. Awesome, guys. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed my story.